Good morning and good evening, everyone. Now, so as this is the last session for the internship program in the AI and DS course, and in previous sessions we have covered major topics from the entire data science and AI part, including the NLP, LLM, right, and some basic machine learning algorithm, machine learning terms, topics. Now, in this session, in today's session, we are going to discuss not the topic, but some more relevant points which are obvious for a beginner, right? Not just for a beginner, for an intermediate as well. That is intermediate, I mean professional, right? Who are having some average year of experience in any of the domain, and those who want to transit their career into the data science or AI domain. Now, before starting the session, or before starting the discussion, right, uh, may I know what type of, you can say, what type of issues you think that you will going to face in or while going for an role in the data science or machine learning practitioner? Anyone? What type of questions you might face? I'm not talking about technical questions. I'm talking about some basic questions that are relevant before getting to the technical discussion. Anyone there? Yes, no? Vares, Sakib, Tosin, Jay, Shiju.
Mm, No, sir, I don't know very well about the AI and machine learning, so that's why.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, but I have a question related to the AI chatbot like ChatGPT or Gemini.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What's the
Sir,
question?
yeah, sir. My question is that, sir, when I try to give a prompt to the ChatGPT about the DDoS tool or like vulnerability script to give me that, so that's Chat GPT or Gemini can't give me a correct answer or the script. Uh, why, sir? This means can't give me a correct answer or the script which I need it.
Okay, fine. One question. Okay, anyone else? What about the cyber security? Okay, I have a question about the AI chatbot when I try asks related to the cyber security. Tool like DUS, that then they will can't give me correct answers. Okay, fine. Mm, anyone else? Any other question or doubt? Okay, now see, the first thing is that when we are saying that we are going to work with AI, right? And we know that in AI there are a lot of techniques, or there are a lot of uh, you can say different domains are there, right? AI is not a single domain. AI is a kind of a very vast domain, right? So when we say AI, and this is specifically for the question from Varis about the chatbots. And let's suppose chatbot, I am taking Varis is saying that that when he tried to fetch some information from chat GPT, right? GPT. So what and why the GPT is not giving the correct answer? Okay, obviously that it's a model, and model is not 100% accurate every time. But to get the best result from any GPT model, what we can do, there is a term associated called prompt, right? Now, what is prompt? In simple language, prompt is simply the instructions, right? That we define in form of text. Simple. But how well curated prompt you write, okay, your output will depend, or I can say the accuracy of your output will depend on that. Let's say, for example, I am mentioning a instruction here, right? Mm, okay, generate a, or generate an, not written, generate a report from the CSV file that I have uploaded, and prepare an EDA process for all the relevant variables in the CSV file. This is one prompt. Another prompt I am writing here. So this is, let's suppose this is prompt one, and this is prompt two. I'm writing another prompt here. Create a report for CSV file and generate EDA. Now tell me, which one is more appropriate prompt here? P1 or P2?
Sir,
Huh?
first one, sir, first one, which is
First one.
more.
Right. Correct. P1. Correct. P1 is the appropriate one. Why? Because it is quite detailed that what I want from the file that I have uploaded, that is the CSV file. Correct. That is why sometimes you get some, not I'm not saying that incorrect result, but your unoptimal results, I can say, right? So that is totally because of the prompt you are writing. Okay. Now, the reason behind this is that Chat GPT, or GPT, stands for generative pre-trained, right, model. Correct. Basically, what it is doing, it is pre-trained on some other data which is quite vast in amount, and using that data, it is generating the output. That is why we call it as generative, right? But it might be possible that your prompt is not giving, it is not uh, fully describing the task a GPT has to perform, right? So that is basically because of the prompt error in your GPT. If you're able to write good prompts, you will get the best result. Varis, I hope you now you're clear.
Yes, sir. But sir, I have one more question related to the those chat
Go ahead, go ahead.
GPT or sir, behind those models, there are any policy or algorithm which is filter of words like I am a cybersecurity student, so when I ask script for the DDoS attack or the some exploit, so there are any algorithm or privacy policy behind those model which is filter or words or not, sir?
Okay. See, uh, generally, when you are trying to get some sensitive information, just like DDoS, right? It might be
Yeah.
possible that your GPT, see, we know that GPT takes data from the entire network, correct?
Yes.
Right? That is from the entire internet. It is extracting the data, and on the basis of that, it will give you the result. It might be possible that some information are sensitive, and those information which falls under this category, your subscriber might be applying some policies. I hope you know about ACL.
Mm, sir,
ACL,
is
know about this?
access control list, sir, or this is something else, I think.
Yeah, that is what, right? So might be there are some ACS they have put it. There are some what we call as protocols, right? We have designed access control list protocol, right? There are some ports we can define, right? So might be due to that you are not getting the appropriate results. Okay, I'm not saying that you will
Oh,
not get the entire correct result, but might be possible because you are trying to get some information which is quite sensitive, that is DDoS, denial of services, correct?
yes,
And
sir. Yes.
DOS, denial of services, is kind of a you can say is kind of a information that it is not easily available on the internet, right?
Yes, sir, yes.
If you want to uh, if you want to read more about these things, you have to read about the pen testing things. You know, pen test,
Yeah, yes, sir. Yeah, yes, sir.
right? So you need to read about the pen test. In pen test, you will able to read this phishing, DDoS, and there are multiple other things, right? You can read it from
Oh,
there.
okay, sir.
Okay.
Sir, can I ask one more question?
Go ahead.
Sir, the what is the main difference or what is the main purpose of the AI agents? Means listen about it, but I can't research on that topic or that like people saying AI agents. I made AI agents for this, for this, for this. So, sir, what is
Okay, agents. Fine. See, uh, Okay, let's understand through an example. Okay, a real time example.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Let's suppose, for example, I am or you ordered something from any e-com website, correct? Or some delivery you are getting some parcel from the delivery, right? So every delivery company has an agent, correct?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
Right. Now, what is the function of this agent?
Sir, it will provide the parcel to the customer.
Definitely. Now, try to relate this with the real thing. That means in your AI part. So in
Okay, sir.
AI, the agent is that entity which performs your task, which perform the task. Basically, it comes under the automation, right? Let's suppose, for example, you are
Yes.
a let's say you are let's suppose you are some uh, influencer, right? Instagram influencer, and we know that to get the views or to remain on the top of the algorithm, you have to keep posting on Instagram, right? With different content every time. Otherwise, the crawler or the algorithm will not read your content, or will not able to rank you, right? And obviously, it's not possible every time to you can say to create the content, right? A fresh content. Might be you are busy, right? Might be you are not having time to generate the content or to upload the things. Okay, so in that case, what I can do, in that case, I can create an agent, and this agent will work according to the prompt that I will define, correct?
Okay, sir.
Now there are certain
Yes.
other, you can say, component an agent work with, like GPT. Obviously, to create the content, you require some resource, right? So I'm using the GPT here.
Yes, sir.
Let's suppose, for example, I want to put some background noise or voiceover, right? So in that case, I can use any other service, AI service I can use, correct? If I need to put
Yes, sir. Yes.
some images in my post, right? I can create a agent which will interact with, let's suppose, Pinterest, right? Now
Yes, sir.
all
Yes.
of this thing, agent, GPT, and all of this thing will work automatically just on the basis of the prompt that I have given, and it will automatically post that thing on the Instagram as well. That is what we call as AI agents, okay, which comes
Okay.
under a
Okay,
genetic
sir.
AI.
Okay, sir.
Okay,
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
no worries, no worries, no worries. Okay, anyone else? Any other question? My Kalkey, but my study unverified. Because of this, I haven't been approved for the WhatsApp group. I also tried registering several times but faced issues. Kindly help me resolve this. Okay, fine. Guys, anyone else? Any other question or doubt from the AI or DS part? Okay. Now we are going to discuss about some uh, concepts that we always use while working on any of the uh, not just data science, even if you are working on some machine learning project as well, right? You have to execute these steps. The very important aspect or the very important process that you need to apply is called data cleaning. Now, what is the purpose of data cleaning and why it is important? Understand. Let's suppose, for example, I'm saying that you have to calculate the average salary of 1,000 employees, right, of different companies, let's say, of different companies. Now, assume like this: in this 1,000 employees, you are having some missing values, some incorrect values, and outliers. Will it give us the best accuracy of the average? Definitely not, right? The reason is, we know that if I need to calculate the average, so average is calculated by the summation of n by capital N. That is sum of all the elements divided by the number of elements, right? Now, here you are going to take the number of employees as 1,000, correct? But when you are summing, when you are adding all the values, all the data points of these 1,000 employees, you are getting less data, correct? So it might fluctuate the result when you use the same method in some, or when you use this value in some analysis with some comparison, where you are comparing the different entities or different values, correct? That is the one issue. Second issue, when we say incorrect values. Now, uh, generally it happen by human error, right? Let's suppose if I say that in some values of salary, there is negative values, negative values. Is it possible to have negative values in salary? Yes or no?
No.
No, definitely not. Correct.
Uh,
Go ahead, go ahead. Right, right. Definitely, it's not possible to have a negative value. But if you are not cleaning your data, if you are not treating your incorrect values, and you calculate this sum, if you calculate the average, definitely it will fluctuate the actual value or the correct value, right? Yes, no?
That's correct.
Right. That is why it's important that while working with any of the process of data cleaning, especially, it's very important that you treat the incorrect values. Now, coming to the final thing, that is outlier. And for outlier, there is a specific process we apply, which is called outlier treatment, right? First thing is that what are outlier? Anyone know what is outlier? What are outliers? How can we define outlier value? Anyone, guys? Outlier?
An outlier is something that's detached from like something that sticks out from a system.
Okay, thanks. Anyone else? Okay, see. So what are outliers? The technical definition of outliers say the values which show extreme behavior or extreme values from your normal data, right? Let's say, for example, uh, okay, age of employees. Age of employees. Just a second, guys. Just a moment. बताऊंगा, रुक जाओ. Right. Okay. So we were discussing about the outlier. So let's suppose I have an example of age of employees. Now, if I take, you can say, the normal age of employee, right? So on a standard scale, the average of age of employee is from 22 years to around 65 years, right? Correct? This is the average age of any employee, right? I'm not talking about exceptions. But let's suppose, for example, is it possible to have an employee of age of, let's suppose, 10 years? Is it possible? Definitely
No,
not.
because it's
Similarly, if
illegal to
I,
work at 10
yeah,
years.
correct, correct, right. Similarly, if I say that there is an employee whose age is, let's suppose, 90 years or more than that,
It
obviously
should
it
be
is not also
retired.
possible. Correct?
Yep.
Correct. It should be retired, right? And let's say in your data, you are getting some sort of values like this, which is far extreme from the normal values. These types of values are called as outlier. So in statistics, if you need to define the outlier, we can represent it like if this is my normally distributed data, sorry, if this is normally distributed data, so and this is a mean value, this will be a mean value. So all the data we divide or we identify on the basis of standard deviation. So this is your first standard deviation, this is your second standard deviation, and third standard deviation. Similarly, if I go on the left hand side from the mean, it is -1 standard deviation, -2 standard deviation, and -3 standard deviation. The values outside the 3 standard deviation, we treat them as outlier. We consider them as outlier. Getting my point now? Yes, no?
So anything that's not within the standard deviation is an outlier, in a nutshell.
Correct. Anything which is out of 3 standard deviation, that we
Mhm.
consider as outlier.
Got it.
Okay. Now, so while working on any of the analysis, while doing any of the analysis, you need to treat uh, all of these values first of all. Otherwise, if you are not treating the values, definitely you will get some inaccurate result of your analysis. Right? Yes, no? Guys, is this clear? Anyone any question or doubt? No. So this is what basically the data cleaning process in any of the analysis or project. Now, coming to the next part in which we are going to discuss some, you can say, some steps that involves in your model. That is to create an accurate model, right? First, we will discuss about the modeling part. So what is model? Model is anything that you are going to create using old data, and on this old data we apply algorithm. Let's say for example I'm saying linear regression. Now after applying the linear regression we get the prediction, we generate the prediction. Now using this prediction I can first of all do the evaluation of model, right? Now the question is how to evaluate. So in our machine learning domain there is a specific library which called sklearn, and in this sklearn there is a module which called matrix matrix. From this metric we can import multiple evaluation methods. Like for example, I can import to score, which is basically used for the regression part. I can import the matrix, that is confusion matrix, confu which we perform for classification part. Also, if you want to get a detailed uh, result or detailed information about the classification things, you can also do the classification report. There is one more method we can use which is called AUC/ROC curve, right? So these are certain metrics that we use to evaluate the model. Okay. Now, apart from this, there are certain other methods that we generally use specifically to calculate the error, not to get the accuracy, but to calculate the error in your model. Like we calculate RSS, stands for residual sum of a square, sum of squares. MSC, MSC stands for mean square error, mean square error. Then we have RMSE, stands for root mean square error. Correct? Is this clear? Any question or doubt anyone have? Guys, I'll be back in a moment. Just a second, okay? Okay, now, uh, fine. I hope everyone clear till this about this evaluation of the model. Anyone have any question or doubt? You can go ahead. Okay. Now, so now coming to some uh, real world use cases for the analysis, right? Now see. So here we are going to discuss some real world use cases. Although there are a lot of applications, there are a lot of examples that you can take or you can consider as the real world cases. I would like to discuss few of them now. Let's first discuss about some healthcare prediction. Healthcare. healthcare domain. Anyone from the healthcare domain in session right now? Yes, no? Guys, anyone? No one. Fine. In the recent few years, if I compare the advancement in any, healthcare domain is one of the most promising sector nowadays in terms of AI or data science or AI or ML part, right? In this, basically, we develop the models with such accuracy that there is no need to give some biological sample to the, or we don't require some biological sample to identify or to predict the disease, right? uh, One of the recent, I can say, development, if for an example, if I want to give, uh, the MIT team has developed identification method, or you can say classification method, using which one can identify easily the you can say specifically for the skin cancer. So just by giving the images, just by inputting the images, right, we can predict the you can say we can predict the skin cancer with a quite high accuracy. Around 99% accuracy is there for that. Right, that is one example from the healthcare domain. Coming to the second, uh, and this is one of the hotspot right now, which is your aviation industry. Aviation industry. See, with the advancement in the you can say with the advancement in the you can say economic sector, right? That is in the enhancement of the economic sector, it is very easy for anyone to have a easy accessing for any type of flight, right? That is to travel basically. Now we know that any airline company wants to spend least on the fuel, correct? Yes, no? Wants to spend least on the fuel. Now, how to predict the accurate amount of fuel one airline require to reach a destination? Okay, so what we do, we take data from multiple sources and how much you can say how much the fuel efficiency get fluctuate with multiple factor. Let's suppose, for example, if I'm considering some environmental factor like turbulence, wind speed, some some sort of cyclone, right, in which there is not direct connectivity. So the aviation has to take a different route. Okay, so what could be the effect of it, and how we are going to identify that what could be the extra charge I need to pay, right? Or how much extra fuel we need to carry to reach to that destination if we take a separate route, or if we take a substitute route in such condition. There you can use the predictions algorithm. Getting my point? Yes or no? Getting this? Guys, is this clear? Getting any question or doubt? Now, another example, if we take from the industry, right? Next comes the e-commerce sector. E-com sector. Now, anyone from the e-com working or any link with the e-com? Yes, no? Guys, anyone? Now, coming to e-com sector, right? So we were discussing about the e-com sector. How many of you purchase regularly from the e-commerce website? Like, let's say, for example, if I say Amazon, how many of you do regular purchasing? Anyone?
Very often. Yes, very often.
Correct. Right. And see, time to time, Amazon changes the price of certain items, right? Certain products. If I specifically talk about some uh, festival season, right? Like for example, near to the New Year or your Christmas, right? Amazon launches specific schemes, specific sale on certain items. Why? Reason being is what they do. They basically analyze the customer behavior. Not I'm not talking about a single customer behavior. I'm talking about a class of customer behavior. I'm talking about a quantity of customer behavior, right? Obviously, Amazon has millions of customer, correct? And lot of customers want to purchase a specific item, but it's possible that they are not able to purchase, right, due to financial conditions, constraints. So what they do, they try to purchase the same thing in the sale, right? And from this behavior, that what is your history, purchasing history, what is your browsing history, right? Any e-com website identify that which product is in more demand among the customers. Let's say, for example, if I say there are two products, one is iPhone 13 and another one is iPhone 16 Pro version. Now tell me which one product has more demand nowadays.
The latest one, of course.
Latest one, of course, correct. Even if Amazon give, you can say, even if Amazon give lot of discount on the older version or older product, right? It might be possible that very few customer will purchase, but in the same way, if the Amazon gave higher discount on the latest product, it definitely increase the sale, right? Correct,
Right. Correct.
right. So how the Amazon is identifying that on which product they have to lower the prices, or which product they have to put in the sale, which product are not in the sale, right? That is all by the customer behavior, their purchasing history, their browsing history, and how much product is sold in the previous time. Clear, everyone? Yes, no? Okay. Now, so and recently let's talk about one more domain which saw kind of a steep rise in the use of your ML practice, right? ML application, which is your marketing industry. Marketing industry. Now, I hope this is quite easy to understand that nowadays every company wants his presence digitally, correct? That is digital presence. Yes, no, correct? Guys, getting this? Now, let's suppose if I say in the digital presence, there are a lot of platform available. Most promising platform for creating your digital presence is Instagram, correct? Apart from Instagram, one can use the Google Ads, correct? One can use the Meta Ads, YouTube Ads, right? And how much uh, you can say what is the reach of your ad? How can you make more relevant ads? How can you make more relevant approach to the customers, right? That all you can do through their specific applications. Like for example, Google Ads, they are providing Google Analytics, right? There you can use different type of analysis. You can prepare charts, analyze the data, right, and everything, correct? Guys, getting this clear or not? Guys, anyone, any question or doubt, or anyone wants to discuss any other domain or some use cases or how we can use ML in that domain, you can go ahead with that. Guys, yes, no? Anyone? Question or doubt? Or anything you want to discuss? No one? Okay, no questions. Fine. Now coming to the next topic about this session, which is quite, you can say, relevant, are the new techniques or the new things that comes in this DS or AI thing, which is called. So now we are going to discuss more little bit about the AI domains. So in this we have kind of Gen AI, that is generative AI, right? In generative AI, what we are trying to figure out, what we are basically trying to do. So using some instructions, using some previous data, old data, we are trying to generate a new output. Okay. Let's suppose, for example, there is a technique, there is a process called NST, right? Although it not comes under the Gen AI, but NST you can take an example. In this NST stands for neural style transfer. Transfer. So what we basically do in NST, we try to apply the characteristics of one image onto another using neural network. Okay. Another one like LLM, that is large language models. Currently, LLM is one of the most promising domain or one of the most promising sector if one wants to establish the career in AI domain. But to have the understanding or to able to work with LLM, you require some prerequisite. What? First thing, you have to be very, uh, you can say, you have to be very, mm, informative about the NLP. That is your natural language processing. Language processing. Apart from this, you have basic understanding of ML algorithm, because in LLM it works on the principle of self-supervised. ML algorithm. Just a second, guys. So we were discussing about the LLM part, right? Now, understand. Apart from this, there are other domain where you can work, like another one is called the GAN, Generative Adversarial Networks. Apart from that, if you want to specifically work on agents, right, then you can go for AI, agentic AI, right? There you can create agents, you can automate the things, right? And other stuff you can perform. But yes, definitely it require a lot of knowledge before starting the career in this type of domain. Now, coming to the final uh, point here of this discussion, that is an opportunity, opportunities. See, if anyone wants to start a career, right, obviously it's not possible to directly join as a data scientist, right? It's good that if you got an opportunity to directly join as a data scientist, but currently on the basis of scenario, that is the industry scenario, it's not that much easy to the uh, get the role of data scientist in the first instance, right? It's better that you can join as a ML engineer, ML practitioner, ML engineer, right? It's easy. And there are definitely the requirements are quite good. Roles are there, that is, opportunities are there. But yes, to grab the opportunities, you have to be very good in your concept, right? Like, for example, to be a good ML engineer, to get the role of ML engineer, few things or you can say, uh, I can say, few techniques, skills that you must have. What? First of all, you have to be very good with database. That is your MySQL or SQL, SQL. Because in ML domain or in ML AI domain, SQL is called as a bread and butter, right? That is an essential. If you are not able to write complex queries on the database, you are not able to join Windows function, right? Scenarios, it's difficult for you to get a job. So prepare accordingly for that, right? Second thing is, second skill you must have, that is your data visualization. Data visualization. Now for data visualization, there are different approach. You can use Python. You can use in Power BI. You can, and there are certain other like Google, what we call as um, Google Studio, Looker Studio is there, right? You can use that as well, right? Now, after the data visualization, you can, the must have skill one can have to secure any ML role is your Excel, that is MX Excel. Why? Because once you get the data, the first tool that you are going to apply on your data is MX Excel. Although functions are not that much, you can say, simple, right? You have to be very good to apply these functions, correct? MS Excel. MS Excel. Now there are types of machine learning engineering for it. That is, one can go for supervised, one can go for unsupervised, or reinforcement. Reinforcement. right? Machine learning, right? And everyone done? Any question or doubt you have?
Hello, Sachin, are you there? Okay, I think Sachin, there is some technical problem in Sachin's audio, I think. Oh, I think he's not also there. Just give me some time. Actually, I'm not getting any response from Sachin. There is definitely some technical problem. Oh, he's back. Hi, Sachin, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, sir. Hello?
Yeah, your voice is breaking a bit.
Hello? Just a second, sir. It's raining here. Just a moment. Let me just.
Okay, okay, no problem, no problem. If you think it is all done for today, we can call it a day.
Is it fine now, sir?
More or less, yes.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Actually, I was just writing on the on that whiteboard. I didn't saw that I got out of the meeting. Just a second. Let me share the entire screen again. Okay. So I was talking about the switching from DS to AI. Switching to sorry. Switching from DS to AI. Right.
Oh, okay, Sachin, we are not being able to see the screen.
Sir, I have already shared the screen.
Did you
Not
share
with
the
me.
screen?
Yeah, yeah, I shared it.
No, we are not being able to. Anyone can see the screen? I'm not being able to
No,
see it.
I can't see the screen. All I see is SK.
Okay, Sachin, can you reshare? Maybe.
Sure, sure. Just a second. Okay. I have shared again, sir. Is now visible?
Uh, no, I think. Can you join back?
Yeah, I'll try again, sir. Let me try to
I
join
think
again.
it will be okay if you join back. So, Sachin, can you join back? Sorry, guys, there is some technical issues with Sachin's laptop, maybe. Let us give him the last chance. What do you say?
Hello, sir.
Yes, Sachin, I can see you
Hello.
there. Yeah, yeah, we can hear you also.
Okay, sir. Okay, okay. Just let me know, sir, if the screen is visible.
You can share the screen.
I have shared.
Some problem. Screen is not getting shared.
Anyone getting my screen? Is it visible, guys? Anyone there?
But the screen is not
The screen
visible.
is visible. Oh, it's possible.
Now it's visible, I think.
Visible. Okay. Yeah, just got.
Yes, it is fine.
It is visible.
Yeah, it is coming now.
Okay. See. So we were talking about that if anyone wants to switch from the data science domain to the AI domain, right? Now, see, someone is already working in the data science domain, that means he more or less knows most of the things, most of the skills he has, right? He is good in statistics, machine learning things, evaluation things, your deployment, visualization, and database, right? These are the main skills that someone has to work with the data science. Now, if you want to switch from data science to the AI, you require the skills like NLP, neural network, neural networks, libraries. One of the most important aspect of or work with neural network that are libraries. And sometimes instead of libraries, we also use frameworks, right? Frameworks, what are frameworks? So in framework, we have pre-trained models that we can use for directly working for the on the data. So instead of creating or instead of developing and a neural network from scratch or any model from the scratch in AI, framework as well, right? Some very famous frameworks are like, let's suppose VGG 16 is there, right? VGG 16 or VGG 19 also there, right? So 16 and 19, nothing, just the number of layers in your network. One is YOLO, one of the most important or one of the most famous uh, framework that one can use for multiple object detection. Object detection, correct? Guys, is this clear? Any question or doubt anyone have from the project, role, skill, domain, anything? Okay, no one. Right. So this is what I have to discuss in today's session, and with all of these things, with all of this discussion, I am going to conclude the internship module or your internship program for the DS and AI domain.